Hey everybody, Run this 342 here with her Warframe gameplay. And today we'll be checking out Zephyr, the final Warframe tweak that I have yet to mention in my videos. With her, there are changes to 3 of her abilities. We'll be starting with the first one, Tailwind. Combined into a single ability with Dive Bomb. Can be charge cast on the ground, launching Zephyr into the air, where she then hovers. In the air, Tailwind still flies in whatever direction you're looking, and Dive Bomb activates if cast while looking straight down. Now the change in this ability is Dive Bomb, essentially. Dive Bomb was your second ability it was the second ability of Zephyr. It just changed but when this update was released, and instead it's a part of her Tailwind ability. So I tested in the video that you're seeing now, and basically once you charge Tailwind, you float in the air in a single direction. You cannot be flying, you're just floating. Keep that in mind. And you can use your Tailwind again without charging, to just dive to propel yourself forward or whatever direction. And if you want to if you want to dive bomb, you just point downwards or aim downwards in your game, and you use the Tailwind ability and you dive straight down. So that's pretty neat. It's all in one ability. Airburst is your second ability that replaced Dive Bomb. It says here, new ability replacing Dive Bomb, a projectile that causes an AoE burst on contact, ragdolling enemies. Can be fired to tornadoes to make them bigger. Which I tested this one in. It was a lot of fun to use, to be honest. At a tier 2 defense mission that you're seeing now, which I'm using to farm relics, enemies died instantly with this ability. So it was a lot of fun using it at low level missions. As it says, can be fired into tornadoes to make them bigger. Yes, it can. Unfortunately, you can only make them bigger once. So if you shoot an airburst at the tornado, you'll see it will grow. But if you shoot another one at it, nothing happens. So your tornado will only grow once if you shoot one of your airburst at it, which is your second ability. Now going to our third ability, Tornado. Well, no, our third ability is Turbulence. It wasn't really changed, so yeah. Going to our fourth ability, Tornado. Correction. This one I haven't really mastered, you could say, but this is what Tornado does. Now spawns where player is aiming and can be steered. Okay, you could move your tornado. The closest tornado will move to you to your aim point, meaning you can move them around. Okay. Tornado damage type now determined by largest amount of elemental damage absorbed instead of the last type absorbed. Tornado does a better job of keeping enemies captured, and shooting the tornado will do damage to enemies trapped inside. That is true. I have tested that. Back then, tornado, if you just shot it once, the color of the tornado, depending on the element of your weapon, would change. Now, shooting it once won't do anything if it already has a correct element. So you have to shoot the tornado a couple of times so it absorbs all the damage, and then eventually changes color to your element that you want it to be. This is convenient, because back then you didn't want it. You may not have wanted it to be a certain element, but one of your partners or allies with you in the team have, like, for example, magnetic, and you want corrosive. Your tornado would be magnetic if he shot it by accident, or he didn't really care. He was just shooting and the tornado got in the way. Or he was killing enemies in the tornado. And you don't want that. So instead, the damage type of the tornado is determined by how long you shoot at the tornado itself. And, the elemental difference will be there. As for steering this tornado, I have yet to be able to steer the thing, so I can't really comment on that. And shooting the tornado, well, keeping the tornado, on the enemies. Tornadoes do a better job at keeping enemies captured, which is true. And shooting tornadoes will do damage to enemies trapped inside. Also true. But I haven't seen much damage when I shoot the tornado. I don't know if there's a reduction, like a percentage reduction when you shoot enemies in the tornado. But the purpose of the tornado is just for crowd control reasons, so the enemies are not shooting at you, they're being flown into the sky. Well, thrown into the sky. So, that's the point of the tornado, in my opinion. Yeah, that is Zephyr. Those are the 3 tweaks that were there. Sorry that this video was a bit late, 2 weeks late. But it is done. Now, the next video I will be making next week will be about the beam weapon changes. One of my favorite weapons, which is going to be surprising to most of you who know me, is the Flux Rifle. The laser beam weapon that I love so much. It does lots of slash damage. It's been buffed, so it does more damage, and it has maximum, well, not maximum, but it has infinite ammo now, like an actual beam weapon should. So it's going to feel good. I played it in the gameplay you see now. It was fun, and I'll be talking about it more. I need to test the other beam weapons besides the Flux, because I'm pretty sure the others are way stronger than this Flux, but I did form with the Flux. So, Flux, Flux, Flux. Anyways, that's it for now. For the winner of my Unvaulted Prime giveaway, like I messaged you, DE will get back to you. And as for the second place winner, I have yet to receive your reply with the message I sent you. If you don't reply in a week, you will not qualify for the gift I was going to give you. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I am Run the Street 2, and I hope you have a good one. Catch you later.